midfield going, I'd take these. There's
midfield's
players everywhere.
Our midfield is a mess, yeah, for sure.
But this new man coming in, guys, right? We don't know what priority position he's going to want, depending on how he's going to play. He might want a goalie. He might be saying the goalie is the key to this team, or a striker. We're all second guessing. We don't know, do we?
But we don't know a new manager's coming in. This guy's about to win a Europa League. He might stay.
Nah, he's gone.
Paratici's coming. You know that Vinny's not going to come in without wanting to change his to stamp his mark. Because the only reason that a new CEO comes into a business that's failing, a new CEO of football is coming into a football side that's struggling. If he just comes in and says, "Yeah, I'm happy with all the people that I've got in the staffing department," you're inheriting what you got, which wasn't the point of you being there anyway, and it didn't work because that's the reason you're there. So, like, he's going to want to come in and bring his own team behind him. It looks like Paratici's coming back. So Johan Lang's probably out. Scott Munn's probably out. Yeah. Rumours that Scott Munn is the mole, by the way. Have you heard that? I just think that with that is going to come not only... And Ryan Mason's probably going to West Brom. So thank God for that. Good luck to you, Ryan. But you need to go and make your part of the furniture.
Sean, I said this 2 weeks ago with Dan and I. Dan, you remember we did the show, and I think we did it just as the news broke. We were live when the news broke that Venkatesh was coming in.
The CEO coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, the CEO. And I literally sat there and I said, this makes sense now as to why Ange has not been sacked. Because I think Levy is ripping out the entire structure. And I think what will happen is whatever the last game of the season is, what is it? Brighton at home? Palace at home, someone at home, whatever the last game of the season is.
Brighton at home.
I'm probably the only person online who shares every single one of my trades completely for free. I
think winning the Europa League or not, I truly believe that 3 or 4 days after that, I think you're going to see a clean sweep in one day. Munn has left the building, Lange has left the building, Ange has left the building, and I think you're going to see in the same announcement, Vinay started, Paratici's back, Gabonini's back, and
or Xavi or whoever.
That is why I have said I think Levy has actually seen more of this season than some people giving him credit for. He's just basically gone and done it in such a way that he's not going to have to spend a shitload of money. He's not going to have to get us a great manager that gets us fighting for 4th place. 10th place will be a major improvement. Unless we get in that Champions League, winning that Europa, we're not going to be looking at big players, whatever. He's given himself a relatively easy job. And the other thing he is now able to do, whether people like it or lump it, he's basically able to sit back and give a majority of fans the middle finger now and basically say, well, I did it your way and look where we are. So stop complaining when I sack managers every 5 minutes, like you say, to the point where we've either had certain people, Saba, saying, bring me back my Daniel Levy, yeah?
Mate, I've been calling for my Levy back all season. That
is why I said you. Yeah, that is why I reverted to you on that one. And at the end of it, he's the one who can actually sit back at the end of it and basically even do a little video to the fans and say, I tried it your way. And he did. And he stuck to it. And it hasn't worked. Now he's got the perfect chance to probably do it in the cheapest way as ever if everything goes tits up. To just do a total clear out, whatever he wants to do. And I don't think you're going to get many fans really giving a shit as long as that manager's gone and we just play some respectable football.
Xavi's unemployed right now, right? So he's on a free. There's no compensation for him, right?
All day. Do you know what Xavi likes as well? Xavi, who played in one of the greatest midfields of all time, understands the importance of somebody in the Busquets role. So Xavi understands. Xavi would be amazing for Bergvall. He'd be amazing for Archie Gray. He'd be amazing for the younger players, right? Can I just ask, last question? I do want to wrap up in a minute, guys. Lots of people in the chat saying, look, you know, there would be a lot of noise around Ange winning. And I've said he's going to win it. I think he's going to win it. Winning the Europa League.
Do you think he's going to win it, do you?
Yeah, I think we're going to win it. I think it's all set up very nicely for us to win it. I think he's had.
I thought you were Bill Bauer on the Bill Bauer train for that one,
mate. I thought Bill Bauer were going to win it all the way through, but then when I saw the draws, when I saw about a month ago, I said to myself, nah. And I did a video immediately on TikTok and on here when it's all setting up nicely. We've had a nice run. We're playing good teams. It just feels that we will. But look. if he does win it, guys, there are going to be a section of the fan base that won't understand how is a manager getting sacked when he's just won the most important trophy we've won for 41 years. I get that, but does how bad we've done in everything else completely outweigh the euphoria of winning the Europa League, or does he deserve more time? Like, I know we're all saying it's a done deal, but no. Okay, right. Just ask it.
Last quick thing I'll say on it is this is where I think a lot of football supporters, a lot of people still get their emotions too much into the game. And what I mean by emotions is too much into the games, like things like sentimental, morals. I don't care about morals. I don't care about sentimental. I don't care if the player's been with us 10 years and been brilliant, but is losing standard now. You're gone. You're not good enough anymore. See you later. I don't have morals when it comes to that. Okay, he's won us a cup. Fair play to you, mate. There's your extra couple of million on your payout. Do one because you've been absolutely crap. I want better. I'm not a sentimental or go by morals and that. Again, my saying is it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, not just in football. So that is how you got to get there to be at the top, basically. Or do we just keep hanging on to players till they're 32, 33, 34 because they've had a good 9 years with us or whatever? No, I don't agree with that. Same as a manager. Okay, he wins us a cup. Brilliant, excellent. But you just got a 17th, 16th, 17th in the league and would have got us relegated if those other three teams weren't that dog shit. You're gone.
In my entire life, I've never watched a side, right, having no confidence at all of winning a football match. So that, for me, he has to go. I can't see any more of this. Europa League win.
So you don't think that it outweighs? You don't think that it outweighs the negative?
No, he's got to go, man. Come on.
It goes over a bit of cracks, doesn't it? But
I'll bring it down. I'll bring it back. It's very simple. I'll bring it down to results. We're a second-tier team, and it's just interesting that it could be a final between two Premier League clubs in 14th, 15th, and 6th or 16th place. Which, funny enough, you could say either shows how weak that competition is or how strong the Premier League is. Not sure really what the right answer is. Yeah, but for me, his system is hopeless. His in-game management is hopeless. The intensity in training has brought about injuries. His management of young kids is hopeless. We have dropped from 25 points off the top last season, and we are 45 points, I think, behind Liverpool now. So we are hurtling downhill. And for me, that is enough reason to say, okay, if we win a second-tier tournament, that's fantastic. You look at our results against the bottom half of the table.
Disputed WWE champion, Steve Austin. Didn't matter.
Table. We have played 17 games and scored 30 points. And when you look at the matches against the top 10, we've played 18 games for 8 points. So if you're looking at playing the top 10, 8 points out of 54. I'm sorry, you cannot justify keeping a manager. And I think that Levy has been as negligent as any chairman could ever be in any company to allow this rubbish to have gone on so long.
But Lubo, hang on.
This season, sorry, Sava, one thing. He has gone and done again. Like, I think you just don't listen to what I say.
I don't give a shit about what the fans think. See, if you're a boss,
all right, then if their fans are irrelevant, then you're irrelevant.
You're running
We're going for another hour, doesn't it? Looks like we're plodding on.
If you're running a business turning over revenue of over 500 million, You do what suits the business, well, not what suits the fans. And when did he ever give a shit about what the fans think?
I'm not. That's the whole point I'm making. He don't give a shit about what the fans think. But what he's basically gone and done, he's done everything that the majority of fans asked him to do for. And then when a lot of us turned and said, like, no, maybe we should get Levy back in here to do his job and get rid of him. No, we want to keep Ange, stick by him through thick and thin. It's a semi-final. Don't fucking sack him. And then it goes on from there. And then all of a sudden, it's, I think Daniel Levy's had all this planned up, and he can literally turn around and tell a majority of Spurs fans, I did what you asked me to do. I think his play is good and proper.
Hang on.
Doesn't mean I think he's good.
I could see Lubo riling up when Daniel Levy's name was mentioned.
I'm going to say that, Sama.
Hang on.
He was by his calm. He's like, no. I think we got to do this. We got to buy a seat.
If what we just said was correct, right? If what we just said was correct, and Levy has had enough, but is getting all his ducks in a row and is going to have a clear out and all new people coming in, then I make him right to wait until there is one clean foul swoop. So listen, there's no one who's wanted out. I don't think there's anyone who's wanted Ange out as much as me for as long as me. Maybe those who didn't want him in the first place, right? But I do understand if he was trying to orchestrate all that behind the scenes, I do get it, because what you wouldn't want to do, surely, is sack the manager 3 months ago while still trying to get everything into place. And then the manager you bring in, the new director of football might come in and go, hang on, I'm not joining because I don't want the guy you bought. But does that make sense? So maybe when we're saying it's utter negligence, it is, but if he's got the plan, then I get it. Does that make sense? I get it.
Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. He should have dropped. Go on.
I'll answer you on that, Sav. Can you picture the end of season meeting? He's gone over to the Bahamas. He's sat down with Joe Lewis. But Joe, I've got all my ducks in a row. But Daniel, if you'd have got rid of him 4 months ago and kept the team that's in place, so you're not going to compromise the position of a new footballing director who wants to bring in his own people, do you know what? You might have saved us about 35 million. What do you reckon? You've just cost us 35 million plus if we don't get Europe, another 50 million. So guess what, Daniel? Well done. Because you sat on your fat ass and did sweet fuck all for the last 4 months, you've cost me nearly 100 million. Thanks, Dan. You're a star. What a fucking genius you are.
And then go also look into the